Oh my gosh, here we go. I think I got everything set, right? Yes, there it is. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
That was really quiet. Like, really? Really? Like, no, it's still... Do I really need to push it up that loud?
Greetings, my excellent friend.
What you doing?
Developers.
That came through loud. What did it do here to me? Oh, I know what it is. It's coming in from the other one, that's why.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
That's better. There we go. How you doing there, friends? My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is October 8th, 2024. We're going to write a little bit of code today. Unlike the message, the Twitch notification message. Sorry about that. It was still misconfigured from previous time that we were streaming some Overwatch. Let me say hello to the folks that are here in chat. They're right over here. We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube. If you're watching the recording later, make sure you join us. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. is when we typically get started. Today I got started a little bit late. I had to take the car in to get some tires, and they had the tires first thing this morning. So I went, got the tires put on. Everything's done. We're all set to roll. I'm feeling good about that. So let me catch up on chat here. Napalm Codes, hello. Digital Dummy, how you doing there? Dr. Cox, yes, we got a stream today. Can't with a message there, and I saw there was a follow-up. Let me come to that message in just a little bit. There you go. It knows this hat. It knows this hat. Give it a second and try it again there. Codebase Alpha, hello. 0x4v underscore. That reads like a hex address, but the V says it's not a hex address. Hello, welcome. Null Sheffa with a big wave. Let me catch. There's a couple questions there. Reg9K Wodecraft. Hello. Let me do a reset on the hat. AI. And let's rerun that hat command because it knows this. No. What? See, this is... Huh? No. You're just not going to do it now. Are you? Your username is 4V? All right. I don't know why it's not finding this hat, but... it's my Haddonfield Halloween hat. Straight out of Haddonfield, Illinois, home of the Halloween movie. I'm going to get some music playing here in the background, and then we'll get into some of these questions about .NET and the .NET ecosystem. Let's go with the Stream Beats Synthwave playlist today. I'm going to start somewhere up near the top. This is called Drive Into the Night. This is music that's DMCA-free, royalty-free. Use it wherever you'd like. Check it out at streambeats.com. There's all kinds of groovy music that's DMCA free that you can use there, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, what have you. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for putting this music together we're listening to today. So I have a question there from 4V, and I have a question from Ecant. Let me start with this one from Ecant that just scrolled off the screen here from Twitch. I'm unsure whether I should switch domains. It seems to me .NET developers are paid less compared to those proficient in emergency languages like Go or Rust, which appear to offer higher salaries. Additionally, since .NET is closely tied to the Microsoft ecosystem, I feel this limits my opportunities as fewer companies use .NET compared to Java or other languages. Could I guide you on whether you should stay with the .NET ecosystem or explore other languages? What is the future of .NET? Wow, that's a really loaded question there. Languages that have a smaller footprint will always have higher demand because there aren't as many folks that are as experienced in them. Languages that also work at a lower level in building applications and system components will also always pay more because you need to know more to be able to run and work with those. Go and Rust don't build business applications. They're not the type. That's not the type of application that you build with those. Those applications, you're building a database. You're building system management capabilities. You're building network appliances. Very cool things to do. .NET and the .NET ecosystem is more for building general purpose business applications. Whether it's running on a Windows machine, a Mac, iPhone, Android, web applications, stuff that needs to run at cloud scale, stuff that needs to run down on IoT. What you need to figure out, what you need to decide first is, what kind of work do you want to do? What do you want to do with your programming skills? To say that you're limited with .NET because it's part of the Microsoft ecosystem is like saying you're limited on Java because it's part of the Oracle ecosystem and because of Larry Ellison's tyrannical licensing schemes around Java servers. Yeah, that's right. .NET has no licensing fees, has no requirements to do anything with Microsoft. None. Zero. And as you're going to see here on stream, I'm not using a single Microsoft product on stream today. We're going to be running on Ubuntu Linux. We're going to be building and working with Docker containers. There is no requirement to use anything Microsoft. What the backing of the Microsoft ecosystem does give you is the ability to use many, many tools, features, capabilities that a $3 trillion company supports and adds performance to every time there's a new release. Yes, Visual Studio Code, it's open source. Sure, I'm going to be using that. I could use Vim for 15 minutes. Absolutely, we could do that. There's no requirement to use Visual Studio Code. So, like, the point is, what do you want to do with it? .NET is easily the most productive ecosystem of tools and technologies that will generally, for any type of application, whether it's games, web applications, desktop applications, system services, you will be productive and you will be able to build something that runs and meets your needs. When you need to specialize and get into something that needs to be very, very performant and have explicit control over processor threads, that level of control, then you want to start exploring lower level stuff. Quite frankly, if you're not somebody who studied and got a degree in computer science and knows how to manage and juggle processor and memory threads, working in a lower level language, Rust, Go, C++, you're not going to see as much benefits from it than if you were using .NET, Java, and a managed language that's going to do so much more work for you. You're going to be so much more productive. You're going to be able to get your tasks done. You're going to be able to build your applications with full support from Microsoft. You're not going to get support for Go or Rust if you go back to Google or Mozilla. There is no support plan for those things. So businesses, professional organizations tend not to go after those unless they have an explicit need for why they're going to go after that and take on that risk of not having a support contract behind those technologies. So, continuing through here, is C# good to learn after Python? C# is very good to learn because for some of the reasons I just said. Extremely productive. You can take it and go many different places with it. That'll make you very productive. So, yes, very, very good. Python, the problem you're going to have with Python is that it doesn't have compiler. Everything's dynamic. So you're going to need to add extra catches around the things that you do, extra checks and tests and things, because you need to assure that things at runtime are interpreted and delivered the way that you expect them to, versus a statically typed language like Java or C# or Visual Basic that is going to give you that checking ahead of time when things get compiled, right? This is the question of when do you want the work to be done? Do you want the compiler to do the work? Or do you want the interpreter to do its best and you need to write the checks on types and the behavior of the things that are being interacted with? Continuing here. Late keys to the Mondays for the hat thing? Yeah, you're not kidding. It's more or less a question of what you want to develop, says Dr. Cox. You want to do more low-level stuff? Choose Rust or Go. You want to build stuff for the web? Stick with .NET. Yeah. You don't want to use Go to build websites. You don't want to use Rust to build websites. You can. It's very low level. You're going to be productive faster by choosing .NET, Java, JavaScript, TypeScript. So, John McGuire over there on YouTube, learning code with me. For the first time ever, I had the solution for the Blazor puzzle. Yes! But it was last week's. Carl and I are planning this week's Blazor puzzle, trying to figure out what we want to do with that. You like the cap? Thank you. So, Microsoft... Visual Studio Code is completely open source. It is managed and built by Microsoft, yes. So, and GitHub and many other open source things that folks use. So, yeah, being tied to the Microsoft ecosystem means GitHub. You're not choosing to learn after it. I have 3 years experience and I already worked on some Go. That's why I asked. Okay, so, like, I'm not quite sure where you're going with that. What about the future of .NET? Will it boom and why? .NET developers are paid compared to Java or other developers. What do you mean .NET developers are paid what? That's different for different regions. Like, that's like saying to me, well, developers are paid much less in India than they are in San Francisco. Well, yeah, it's two different regions. There's two different levels of demand. When it comes to paying developers, demand in different organizations and different locations means that cost for those developers is different. So, what about the future of .NET? There's a new release of .NET every year. Microsoft uses .NET extensively to build and manage Azure, Xbox, Windows, Microsoft 365. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. It is only going to be tuned and be made more performant. New features, new frameworks like .NET Aspire are released. New frameworks like that are released every couple years. Before .NET Aspire, we had Blazor and Maui were released. Blazor, of course, web framework that allows you to build and develop and write code that runs in WebAssembly or on a server or inside of a native app. .NET Maui is the evolution of the old Xamarin technology so that it's now part of the .NET base class library. You can build on any machine and target Windows, Mac OS, Android, and iOS. So Microsoft is investing and growing the .NET ecosystem. Languages. There's a new version of C# released every November. Tune in this November 12th. Here I go, radio guy voice. You ready, chat room? Tune in this November 12th for .NET Conf 2024. Phil, thank you so much for the resub.
Phil Vesey just resubscribed for 40 months.
So, we have a virtual event every November, second week of November, every year, all online, all virtual. Everybody's welcome, no fees. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitch. You're welcome to tune in, where we will announce and launch the new version of .NET. This year, it's .NET 9. We're going to be launching. There's a keynote featuring a bunch of the Microsoft program managers. And then 3 full days, including 24 hours on day 3, of Microsoft program managers showing you how to use the new technologies, how to use the product with some of the other Microsoft products out there, whether it's Windows or Azure or AI components. You're going to see all of that, and a full day, 24 hours, so they're broadcasting in your time zone on day 3 where there's community folks, there's some Microsoft folks out in the field that'll be talking and teaching about how they use the latest version of .NET and some of the tools with their projects, with some of the things they're working on. And of course, we always like to try and find some more interesting topics to sprinkle in there. We've had folks talk about how they use .NET to control their barbecue, how they use it to control the automation in their garage. One gentleman even showed us how he uses it to control and maintain his spa hot tub. Very cool stuff that we make available, and it's all recorded and available on YouTube after the event. So there's always a great future for .NET as we continue to invest and grow the technologies. Ninjas on YouTube asks advice on balancing work from home, growth, and being a new dad. Oh my gosh, congratulations! That's awesome! Being a new dad. Oh, fantastic. Huge applause for you. We gotta celebrate that. Absolutely. Expecting growth to basically be on pause for the first year or so. So, there's all kinds of ways to keep up, to watch, to learn while you're taking care of your child there. Participating, watching online training events is a great way to keep up. The balance is definitely difficult. Make sure you have a separate room where you're working, okay? So that you definitely have the ability to effectively go to work, right? Some friends that work from home, they'll put on specific shoes. They'll put on a pair of sneakers or something, walk around the house, go outside, walk around the block, and when they come home, they go straight to their work from home room, and they've effectively gone to work so that they get that separation. That said, take the time and be there for your spouse, help out with the growth of that child. It's definitely a special time. Don't spare the camera. There is plenty of disk space to go around. Take as many pictures and videos as you can, because in 18 years, when that child is graduating from high school, preparing to go to university or the military or whatever they may choose to do after school, you want to be able to embarrass the crap out of them. Trust me, my second daughter just left for college. You want those pictures and videos at that time. But be able to draw that line between your work from home space for the next year. Find some places where you can watch and keep up with the changes and things that are happening. It'll definitely benefit you to be able to do that. It's going to take some balancing. It's definitely going to take some work, but you can make this work. All right. .NET folks are paid less than Java developers. That makes me sad to hear. I'd love to hear more about where that is and why .NET developers are paid less. If you're doing the same amount of work and able to deliver more features, why are you being paid less? So that's interesting. I'd love to hear more about that. Most important part is the productivity. Absolutely. If you need to work 40 hours the entire week to deliver a new web page, but in .NET you're able to do that in a day or two, why are you being paid less? Because you're able to do more? That doesn't add up to me. Will there be something new in tech from Microsoft because HoloLens is not continued? Don't know, DJ Deepex. I'm not involved in that segment. I think there's definitely something to be said about the growth of the mixed reality, augmented reality environment, ecosystem. I'm very excited about it. I'm not aware of any plans to do something additional with that from Microsoft. But The leadership of HoloLens departed the company, and yeah, it looks like they weren't able to pick up and maintain the same excitement and same growth. So, Blazor puzzle playlist. Let me take that as a line item to work on here. No. There we go. Blazor puzzle playlist on YouTube. Let me take that as a to-do item. We'll get that ironed out today. Thank you so much, Phil, for the resub. Yeah, we had that. 4V. I'm working on Microsoft. Well, I'm using a Windows machine, yes. They're paid more to handle giant legacy systems that are still Java 8 or older. Okay, well, that's different. You've got to pay those folks to keep them because they want to leave and go work on something new. Terminal Logic. Hello. For .NET MAUI, do I know when it is possible to customize the window frame? If it is possible to customize the Windows frame when developing a Windows application. No, I don't think it is right now. No. There are enhancements coming for .NET MAUI in .NET 9. When you do want to customize the behavior of things like that, you have to escape out of the .NET MAUI frameworks. Thank you so much for the follow. And you can then write custom code specific for those things. My guess would be that you can, in the Windows specific stuff, you can write the WinUI code directly and interact with it there. That would be my hunch to address that. .NET MAUI always has this kind of escape hatch to allow you to write code specific to a platform, to bring in code that is specific, that is written in a language and a tool set specific for that platform. You can shell out and call Swift code for an iOS or Mac OS application. You can call Java code that's built for native Android development directly from .NET MAUI. My guess would be you'd have to write something custom to do that if it's not already built into the framework, and I don't think it is right now. So the window frame, I'm assuming you're referring to, you want to be able to make either a cool shape, you want to have a round window, you want to have a triangular window, or something else like that, and you want to be able to control the window frame as being something that is resizable, fixed, that type of thing. Yeah. So I think that's something that you're going to need to shell out and write some native WinUI code to handle. Today you watched my 6-year-old video project refactoring from Steve's. Oh my gosh, yes. That was a long time ago we had Steve on, that's right. What's a bold-faced lie? Hey, Saizu150, hello, welcome. We do get to work with .NET, yes. Richard's here on YouTube, hello. Changing subject, do I know about Kubeface? Can I briefly explain it? I haven't. It's a network worm that attacks Microsoft Windows, looking at the Wikipedia article. When was it released? Oh, years and years ago, 2010. No, I'm not familiar with this. Originally targeted users of networking websites, so the social media sites, email websites, infects other technical support scammers, fraudulently claim. Developers. Thank you for the follow. Includes a DNS filter that blocks access to well-known security websites and a proxy that enables attackers to abuse the infected PC. Yep. Okay. What are you looking for on that size U150? 4V asks best resources for C#. Check out the learn.microsoft.com website. We build all of that content. My team and the .NET team adjacent to me, we build that content to be excellent training material for folks to learn about the tools. Is there something specific that you're looking for? Oh, Java paid more than .NET. Yeah, depends on where you're working. Depends on what you're working on. Yeah. Are optional types coming to .NET 9? No. Compared to U.S. recent market? No. I don't see that at all. No. Back-end engineer too? No. Hey, Eagle Hansen, hello. Like the beginner stuff. There are beginner materials. Here, I'll even do this in on I'll do this on Linux. Let's go over here. If you go to learn Microsoft.com, there are all kinds of training materials here, lessons that you can walk through, not just documentation. Learn by doing, take training. So you want to learn specifically about .NET? There you go, .NET. And there are a bunch of paths, we call them here. Courses, modules, write your first C# code that you can go down and explore and learn here. So, I'm using Plasma Cool. I am using Arch. No, so this is Ubuntu Linux. So it's KDE based. So, do I know if anybody has built something that enables you to use immutable types with edit form and binding it to Blazor? Why would you want to use... No, I haven't seen anybody do that. But an immutable type on an edit form is typically... Right, an edit form is typically something you want two-way data binding, so that people can go back and change things. An immutable type with an edit form feels like a bad idea. Right, a type that you bind to a form, you want to be very fluid in how you're passing data back and forth so that folks can edit the content that they put into the form. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody do that yet, no. I've seen people use immutable types by after they take things out of the view model and they want to transport it around the application system, but not in the user interface. I haven't seen anybody use... And that feels counterintuitive to what you're trying to deliver and accomplish in making an editable form. So... Yeah, that's Eagle Hansen, the author of B-Unit, a unit testing tool to help you test all the cool things you want to do with the Blazor user interface framework. All right. I don't have too much time today because Tuesdays and Thursdays we're getting ready. We're getting ready for .NET Conf, and we have meetings to talk about the keynote over the next few weeks. So let's dive back into the topic here and get into this. You're welcome. So this is kind of the official place where we tell people, hey, you want to learn right from the Microsoft folks, go over here. There's all kinds of other sites that folks have built, including my C# in the Cards video series. You want to do binding to do the model with when you make a change. But you're doing extra work there. That what does that give you? Like, I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish. It feels like creating extra work for something that isn't delivering significant value. Let's word it that way. Where was I? So I started doing the updates last time for the Stream Tools project. Oh, I can't just... where am I going here? So that we can update the chatbot. Needs to get to a latest version of .NET and some other things that we want to do along the way as well to clean up the way that it's running. I'm going to start in Visual Studio Code here because I want to be able to look across a couple things. We'll get into a little bit of Vim after that. So let me start here. I had been updating things so that they were pointing to a .NET 9 version. And I was down in the chatbot project here. Yes, look at all that. I know. So what I should be able to do here, yeah, go into there. Okay, there we go. And I was trying to get this to build previously. So some items that are obsolete use HTTP client instead of web request. That's in page title command. Some of these commands. We can do those updates after. So I already have a chat bot. You can do ! help in chat and it will tell you some of the things that it's capable of doing. I haven't updated it since .NET 6. It's a good 3-4 years old. So we're updating it. We're going to tweak some of the features that are in there. So there you go. And that's the old keyboard command in there. But this built, I'm okay with that for now. I also feel like some of these entries over here I should centralize the versioning on. I think I'm okay with that for now. It's been having problems.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Only 40%? All right. So we got that one. Let's take a look at this one. OBS proxy. Let's get this updated to .NET 9. This one here, the WebSocket connection to OBS. Stop it. That I have a feeling we're going to need to update and replace because there's new things available that we need to be aware of. Right? They've modified the way that OBS works. Stop it. You're just going to keep doing that, are you? You make me sad. There was a NuGet package manager extension here. Go ahead and restart the extensions and we'll get it reinstalled here. Yeah, I know. Really? Really? Update code? All right, download the update. You're not going to install the update. I have to download an update. NuGet. And it was this one was the one that was recommended to me. Sure. And it keeps pushing me over here. All right, fine. I would have thought... Stand by. I would have thought I would have had it recommended over here in Discover. Yeah, it's right there. I knew it. Come on now. This is effectively a user interface on top of APT. So, the Discord link isn't working. Yep, it worked. That link worked. The link the bot just echoed there. So, now we'll get there. There's a couple things that I need to iron out first before we can get there. But why isn't this updating? Like, I get it. There's a bunch of stuff here. Do it. And we wait. You haven't happened in production. You're contemplating upgraded to .NET 9. It shouldn't be hard to do. I've run into issues upgrading apps that are using .NET Aspire to .NET 9. There's some conflicts there that aren't resolved yet. Really? We're just gonna kind of hang here, huh? Feels bad, man. Yes, quit. And we're just gonna hang? AOT is a real big thing ahead of .NET. Do I use it in some production applications? I do not. AOT, ahead of time compilation, is becoming a bigger thing. It's great for desktop applications, mobile applications. I haven't run into a scenario where I want it yet with my web applications. Have a good one there. Is it Mangan? Hello. Got a blast? All right. Serverless, it's supposed to work very well on. There's some challenges there. Quicker cold boot. There's other things that run faster as you're in there. The bigger things that folks are really interested in with .NET are some of the code generation tasks that happen now. Like, if you're going to use a regular expression, it does code generation so that you get faster code generated and running for you when you build your application. I don't know what this is doing here. Years ago in ASP.NET, there was a pre-compiled application concept. Yes. Yeah, it's clearly fetching updates. And now we wait. Right? I mean, like, I clicked the update button earlier and nothing. Maybe they're really far away. Whatever. Whatever. So I installed that NuGet package manager. Yeah, you're gonna give me all of this nonsense. A bit of that is because I'm on a pre-release version of .NET. So no. So we installed this package. Where is it? Focus on NuGet view. Really? You're going to do this? No. That's... No. That's a terrible view. I do not like the way it presents that stuff. Being able to go and find out, is there an update to this one? Right? Like, I might be able to get into that, but... Right? OBS WebSocket. Show me, is there an update? No, there is no update, and I think I just removed it. I did. Okay, so I guess we're stuck with that one. Where is it? I thought I just minimized it. Okay. Go update. Ah, there we go. Dear Lord. See, now I gotta hide my keyboard cam. There it goes. See, now I'm getting confused. Last used Emac Lisp compiled with AOT. What were you working on? So if that's all that we have here for OBS proxy, let's kick that off and see if that compiles. So this is what connects over to OBS to take pictures, to take screenshots. So let's .NET restore on this. So I don't expect it to completely compile. Oh, okay. Because it's a console application, even though it's got some Windows-specific stuff in there. Image Sharp, it says, has a vulnerability in there. So do we have an update for Image Sharp? See, and this is like in no particular, like, what's the order of these things? Right? Yeah. This is kind of weird, this user interface. So, try that again. Okay. Better. I'm okay with those. All right. Another project working. Core we already had to get working. We're going to come back to Stream Tools. This is my task extensions for this. We're going to update you to .NET 9. Come here, you. 9-***. And this is fritz.twitch. Right, so I wrote my own extensions to specify how to connect over to Twitch and work with it. So fritz dot and .NET restore. Okay. Okay, so a warning there we need to take care of, and some of these other things. Let's go take care of this. Line 21 in unhandled pub sub exception. I don't see that. Fritz Twitch. Okay, so it says get rid of it. Fine by me. Do it again. I wasn't using that at all, so I guess. All right. So I've got one more to update here, and then we'll look at doing some Vim work after that. Otherwise, I'll hang on to it until next time. So, here we go. So, we're going to upgrade that to .NET 9. Yes, yes. And we're going to take... Ugh. Yeah, which of those can be updated? And I would love to get rid of the mixer library. Yeah, this is the old. And right, I feel like this isn't helping me with this project. Right, console chatbot, that should be... There's a new version of that? Sure, go get it. Fancy. I don't know if I want to update those. Let's see, what do we get here? That's... Sure, go ahead, update message pack. Some functionality never seems to make it into system text JSON? Like what? See, and even though I have pre-release set, it's not showing me a pre-release version of that. Code generation design. Like, all right. Take the latest version. Upgrade those, sure. Mm-hmm. What? See, I don't... Newtonsoft JSON I'm trying to remove. Right, like, if I got rid of that... Right? There we go. Proxy, and then pub sub proxy, stream data. I think I can clean these up. Hey, Eddie Dre, hello. What's the .NET C# experience, debugging experience like? It's like Visual Studio Code is all built for that, and it's the Microsoft debugger is, whether it's .NET or any of the .NET languages or C++, is consistently commented on as being one of the best. Yeah. Synergy says the keyboard setup looks gnarly. Thank you. This is the Digma Defy keyboard. It can run wirelessly. It can also, it has stands built into it so it can turn up sideways like this. Completely programmable. I have these loaded with Gateron yellow switches. I'm trying to remember which one. So, let's clean up some of these. Proxy CS, line 3 and 4. In here, you go away. So we can get rid of, no. And you can see over here, there's some reds where Visual Studio Code is telling me, there's something here I don't know what you want me doing with here. Here we go. jobject.parse. Right? This is basically doing a deserialization of this. And then it's reaching into a specific object here. Here's what we can do, right? This is a message that it received, and it's turning into a document. So we can use JSON document parse. So that gives us a JSON document. And then if I want to reach down into I want to reach into a, that's not an attribute, into an element. Linux and C#, yeah, it is. It's a winning combo. Absolutely. Have a good one, Code with Sean. Yeah, you can, right? So here you can see the stands on the back of this. So I've shown going almost vertical, but maybe you don't need to go almost vertical. There's different levels here that you can set it to, so that for your comfort, you can tilt it as much or as little as you like. So, so where was I? I forget what this is like. I did a JSON document, but should it be like a JSON fragment? I want to do something like root element. I don't think. Does it? No. Oh, come on now. Oh. And I didn't fix that one. It's just... Really? Like, I don't think I need the dot value then. Well, what arguments does it take? No. I want to, like, find an element and get that value. Is it going to let me do that? I didn't think it would. So now you're telling me I can't do this. Yeah. Now, why doesn't it like that? Yeah, JObject doesn't exist. No, JObject is a Newtonsoft JSON thing. Right, so I'm using JSON document. And I want to traverse elements. Yeah. How do I do that? That doesn't look like Kevin Smith. Get property. Okay. That feels like a lot, but whatever. I don't typically do this type of JSON traversal. Okay. That's a little bit better. What do we got down here? Here we go. Serialize object. Yes. So in system text JSON, this is the JSON serializer. Serialized document. Okay. Couple more down here at the bottom. Doing another JObject parse. Okay, so we're deserializing. Cool. Well, I can fix that one real quick with JSON Serializer. Yeah, that's easy. All right, so this is parsing. So this one we can do with JSON document parse, and then we're going to run into this same thing here with that syntax. Root element, get property, right, and delete that one, and no, delete that one. No. Scoot over here, get rid of this, get rid of that, put that there. Right? And then we're going to turn this into get string. Same deal here. No, it's root element, get property, and I need one of these, delete that. Oh dear Lord. Now, get property again. I'm guessing. Right? Replace that. Get string. Man, that's painful. But I'm doing the same deal here. All right. Get property. Right, delete that. Turn this into... Ugh. And then get property again. Delete this. And... Yep. And one of these and that. And get string. I think that'll work. All right, no reds on the side. Hey, Blazor, Mr. Magoo, hello. JSON node parse message. Developers. Thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, I don't see that as a problem that you don't get access to Microsoft's debugger outside of Microsoft's tools. That's right. So, like, do you expect to get Microsoft's tools in a competitor's product? You can use link to traverse the whole document. JSON node parse. Yeah, I could take the root element earlier. Yeah. I'm not looking to do any rewrite or tuning things at this point. All right, so if we build this now, Still have some Newton solve references in... Wait. I thought we just saved that. In this one. And I've got some red marked down here. And we can turn this into JSON serializer. Ugh. No, I don't need to do that. I can do... So let's do that JSON node parse. Oh, come on now. Right? So then it will let me crisscross through there. So if has values is not a thing there. So maybe we say if now why don't you like that? And you probably want... No. That's a node. No, and... do something like, as value. Well, I'm looking for a type called data. So if it's not there, right? Or can we say no? What options do we have here? No. I think we can get away with just that. So then here, right, we can just insert square bracket. Man, why you do this? So then that's a JSON node, and this conversion it doesn't know how to do. So let's jump over here and get rid of you. So if this is a JSON node, what? Yeah, JSON node. Sure. So now I need to turn these from value into get. No. No. Get value. I really feel like like looking at how I wrote this, it would feel so much better to deserialize this into the appropriate target object type and not try to do all this parsing by hand. Because that feels weird. You know? Why can't you do that? Why can't I do that? I could. It's a question of how much I want to go through and rewrite right now. Inside of Fritz Twitch proxy line 295.
Oh my.
Yeah. Yeah, this is turning it back into, right, JSON object. This should be... There we can do get value. So we just did get value. No. No. This just feels weird. Yeah, I just did get value. Or do we need to yank this? Right? Do it like that? That's weird. Yeah. Oof. Found a old backup of your codings from the 90s? Oh, man. Yeah. Okay. That looks like it's working. Yeah. All right. And I want to go to, here comes the big one. This is the one that's going to be the headache. Is this one going to work? Oh boy, here we go. Microsoft ASP.NET Core WebSockets. Sure, give me the latest one of that one. Well, wait a sec. Where is that? Stream Analytics. What? What? Microsoft ASP.NET Core WebSockets. I'm not referencing these. These are coming in. These are coming in as a downstream reference. Do I remember there's a .NET NuGet? It's like .NET NuGet Y? Yeah. No. Microsoft ASP.NET Core WebSockets. Really? Come on now. Because it's coming out of chatbot referencing SignalR. So let's go back over to chatbot. What? Ugh. No. .NET Clean. .NET Restore. So these came through as warnings here, but they got turned into errors. It's the transient. So we need to get these upgraded, and they're being brought in by SignalR. This one. But there is no version of no new version of SignalR. Okay. So do I patch it by hand? I mean, I guess I have to. Microsoft ASP.NET Core WebSockets. So if we do .NET add... What? Microsoft... ASP.NET Core Web Sockets. Now I'm look, hang on. Now look, I'm way down in the weeds here. So I need to patch Microsoft REST client runtime. Okay. Systemnet HTTP. Systemnet HTTP. Microsoft REST client runtime. I thought I just added that. Oh, I spelled it wrong. This isn't doing what I thought we wanted it to do. System text encodings web. System. .NET clean. Okay. And then I need to run for my meeting. So now I need to... Okay. .NET add package. Formats. ASN. I'm not familiar with that at all. SystemNet security. System text regular expressions. Right? Do you see the problem that we're running into here? I'm starting to slowly add the entire base class library into package references, direct package references, and eliminating the package references, the transitive package references that are added into. So now when we look at the package references for right, look at how I now need to add direct package references to these 5 additional packages, plus inside of chatbot, I had to add these additional references as well. it isn't a big jump. There's a change in how we surface the transitive package errors. But come on now. No, there's still more here to get. Oh, no. Those are warnings in the build of that, about the obsolete, that we need to move them. That's fine. We'll get to that. But I think for right now, we're in an okay place. Yeah, I know. That's not what I wanted. I want to wrap this up. That's not it. I want the Mario music, darn it. I'm going to wrap this up and call it a day here. I didn't add anything new. Updated projects to .NET 9 and fixed transitive dependencies. That's a big word. Cool. And I will push that, and it's available now on the GitHub. That's all the time. Yeah, Mixerlib definitely shows a bit of it. So I'm not thrilled with how I'm being forced to include and fix those transitive dependencies. There's more there that we're going to need to take a look at. Definitely the way that we were using... did I set warnings as errors in this? I did. So if I had turned that to false, I wouldn't have needed to set up all those references. Okay. I'm okay with it there. So we can clean that up and fix it a little bit. But there's still more work to be done in cleaning up some of the obsolete code in there and getting it updated to the latest version of .NET. And using the new, more modern tools and things that are available to us. But for now, it's time to call it a day. It's time for me to move on. I've got a meeting that I'm a little bit late for that I need to head over to. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. That's not good. I spilled some coffee. We'll get that cleaned up. All right. Let me see. Taking a look around the horn is... Let me get you sent over to Alicia Griffin. It's been a while since we've rated her. So... Right? Nope, didn't spell it right. And... Is that right? There we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back on Thursday for some more coding. Thank you for the follows. I will see you then. Have a great rest of your day wherever you might be. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.